welcome to another Putrid Ramblings. This is a little bit different from my other Putrid Ramblings videos, as usually I do those at the end of the month, and this is still, well, we're not really there yet. But I thought let's do a little update because it's been a little bit quiet on the tutorial side on the channel, and that is because I've been painting a lot of the same things which I want to finish. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm doing there. And I have participated in a painting competition, and I would also like to talk a little bit about my experience in doing a painting competition. So little short video, little update on what I'm doing. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the thing I'm working on now is my Warhammer 40k competitive scenery. I printed a lot of scenery from the Aeons of Battle Patreon, which is excellent looking scenery. I actually have a little one right here. I still need to finish this one, but I've been printing all these dilapidated buildings, putting some texture paste, some rocks and everything in there. So this one is curing right now. I was never that big on painting scenery, but these buildings are a lot of fun to paint. I used the airbrush a lot, tried to do some airbrush control in painting the bricks, and tried to give the buildings, although they're very busy buildings, but I did try to do the buildings a little bit with different tints of color on the walls to make it stand out a little bit more. And as you can see in the footage that's now been shown, it does look really cool. And I am nearly finished with them. I just need to finish 2 more buildings and the 2 of the small platforms which will feature those containers, which I still need to build 2 of them. But it's fun. It definitely was a fun little project. It looks great. I can't wait to play games with them. So yeah. But it's been keeping me busy, and I really wanted to finish this scenery before starting on new projects. And boy, there is a lot of stuff that I would like to work on. I'll get to that later in a moment as well. Another thing that I'm also painting in between all the scenery is my Death Guard army. I had a Death Guard army. I basically rejuvenated my entire army, repainting a lot of models, painting new Plague Marines, lots of new characters. And I'm nearly finished. I have a couple of units to paint. I painted all my cultists, and I just have a couple of things to paint. And that's then the end of my Death Guard army, completely rejuvenated. Looks great. It's one cohesive army again. World Eaters are already finished. I'm actually in a league right now. At the time of recording, my next battle will be against the Eldar, which will be next week. Very curious how that will turn out. I did fight the Imperial Guard with my World Eaters, and boy, that was a massacre on my side because they have a lot of firepower, and I got blasted off the board quite quickly in 2 turns. So that was quite something. I actually don't really have any ideas on starting another 40k army. I was thinking orcs, but I don't know. I'm not really that motivated to restart my orcs. What I am motivated in doing is restarting some Age of Sigmar projects. I still would like to finish the army set of the Flesh Eater Courts that I'm currently now building, and I pre-ordered the Dark Oath army set, which I wanted that thing when it was announced, and I finally have it, or I pre-ordered it. So I can't wait to have it, which gave me the idea that once Age of Sigmar 4th comes around in the summer, I'm going to start a Slave to Darkness army. Focus on the Dark Oath, but slowly, getting some Chaos Warriors, the Knights. Basically, starting a new army, and I really want to go nice and grim-dark, snowy ice bases that are coming from the north, like classic Chaos Warriors, dark armored and very bright icy bases. And I'm going to try some stuff with that, see what I can do, and of course make videos of that. So yeah, there's definitely videos coming up, but I first really want to finish the scenery and the Death Guard. And Death Guard will have some videos once I get around to it, because I still want to convert my Mythic Blightholder, and I got some unusual models for Chaos Spawn, which I also would like to paint and turn that into a video. So definitely stuff is coming. So another thing I've been working on is a model for a painting competition. The model I chose was the Abhorrent Gore Warden from the new Flesh Eater army set. And it's a great model. I really enjoyed painting it. And I wanted to try something a bit different than the overall scheme that I made for my Flesh Eaters in a video of last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember. It's been a while. And it was quite a little journey because it was very difficult. Because I really wanted to try to make it as good as possible. And in the end, I was not really happy with it. And I wanted to do some things different, but I repainted the wings 3 times already. The skin took a long time. I did film a lot of the stuff I was doing, but because I just kept all these corrections and things, the whole shoot became quite chaotic. And what I think I would like to do, because I do like the overall color scheme that I have made for the Gore Warden, except the wings. The wings are too magenta still. I wanted to make them more fleshy color. But what I think I'll do is I'll make a new Flesh Eater Quartz video where I basically take the thing that I made for the Gore Warden and just transform that into a way that you can actually paint an army with that, because the way I painted the Gore Warden was not very army painter friendly, basically. Because I won, I actually got to choose the next theme for the competition, which first was Nurgle, but that was too specific, so now it's Death and Destruction. So I am still painting a Nurgle model. I'm going to paint the Harbinger of Decay, which I think is the most gorgeous model that Games Workshop ever made. It's perfect in every way. I love it so much. The pose, everything, the little details on it. It's great. It's great. So I'm going to paint that one up as well, as best as I can. Also, that it will fit in my current Maggotkin of Nurgle army. And definitely expect more Death Guard, Dark Oath, Slaves to Darkness, Flesh Eater Quartz. We're going with all kinds of chaosy and ghoulish things are coming, so that's great. Oh, and before I forget, before I leave you, blood review video. A new one is coming up. I read every comment that you guys did on the previous Blood Effect, and some of you actually had some really nice comments, some suggestions. So I bought some new Blood Effect paints. I am waiting for the Army Painter Fanatic line to come out, which I think is now or soon, at the end of April. I'm not sure, but I want their Blood Effect too, just to see if it's an improvement on the old Blood Effect, which was horrible. So hopefully, I think I'll have 4 or 5 new blood paints to try out. So let's see if I can find that special blood paint. And anyway, so new Blood Effects video, review video coming maybe next month, when the Army Painter Fanatic line finally releases. Then I can try it out. So that's it for now. In the meantime, I got Instagram where I sometimes post photos on little projects or things that I'm working on, so definitely check that one out too. It's at the bottom, hopefully. Yeah, thanks for watching.